I thank the leader for yielding. I thank the speaker for the tremendous leadership that she's given to this caucus, and I thank all of my colleagues here who have been so good on all of these issues. Our chair, our assistant speaker, the chairs of our various committees. I think we saw on yesterday, or reports today, of what happened in Georgia on yesterday involving the issue of voting. Among the things that we have done, we've passed H.R. 1, and we sent H.R. 1 to the Senate, and the Senate is now exerting its will as it relates to that language. We have not yet passed H.R. 4, and I want to speak to that because some of the reporting of that is not quite accurate. H.R. 4 was basically a renewal or getting beyond or trying to get beyond the Supreme Court's decision as it relates to the 1965 Voting Rights Act. 9 years ago in Shelby v. Holder, the Supreme Court said to us that the formula in Section 4 that triggers pre-clearance of Section 5 was outdated, and we needed to redo the formula. The Speaker then authorized several people to go about the business of updating the formula. Now, when you deal with that, you got to go out, you got to gather facts, and you put that all together. And we've done it. Both the committee that G.K. Butterfield was working with, they've had all of their hearings. They've developed a record. Judiciary Committee, chaired by Jared Nadler, they've had theirs, and they are now putting all that together, and we expect by next week they will lay out, we hope, on the anniversary date of the signing of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which was August 6, 1965, several months after Bloody Sunday. And so that's the date that we have decided to roll out H.R. 4. Now, H.R. 4 then goes to the Senate. We have heard with all of the negotiations we've had with various people that there is even Republican support for H.R. 4. How much Republican support, we don't know. But we do believe that we have a very good product. And there are two things we have to keep in mind when we talk about voting rights. Number one, the original 1965 Voting Rights Act dealt with a history of discrimination. And that's why that act was what 6 states were the targets. And therefore, we had to have it narrowly tailored, and we had to justify it with this record. However, there's tremendous sentiment in our caucus for expanding pre-clearance to all 50 states. And that is because 48 states have either proposed or passed. 48 states have proposed, and I think 28 states have already passed restrictive laws, which means that a lot of those states would not be covered because they do not have a history of discriminating. They've just taken that on as a new place to be when it comes to voting. And so we have to be prepared for a state like Pennsylvania that is expressing some onerous ideas about voting going forward. So I am very pleased with the work that we've done with H.R. 1 and with H.R. 4. I think that we will have a product going to the Senate by next week this time that will meet the tests that are required. And with that, I'm pleased to yield to Assistant Speaker, Ms. Clark.